As a more casual player looking to improve, I've learned a lot from my journey from silver to diamond, and I want to share these lessons with all of you, especially if you're trying to rank up yourself. First up, I really recommend learning a punish counter combo and using it in every match that you can. Since you need a punish counter to start the combo, this will indirectly make you look out for moves your opponents are doing and you punish. That level of intentionality is incredibly powerful, as not only will it keep you from randomly pressing buttons for no reason, but it will also intimidate your opponent. Imagine this scenario: you're throwing out a random crouching medium kick because it's kind of safe, right? It's hard to punish, and then you just get blown up for it. This will make anyone think twice before carelessly swinging the same move again, which essentially means that you're limiting their options subconsciously, and that's powerful. The next lesson that I learned is that unless you can kill your opponent with this one combo, Okizeme is always more important, especially in the corner for Street Fighter 6. Combo routes can end in various ways dependent on your choice, and unless your name is Luke or Juri, your highest damaging option will oftentimes not give you the greatest positioning to continue your pressure. While this doesn't seem like a big deal, it kinda is. Trading 200 or so damage for the ability to force 3,000 more damage on your opponent is huge. Add to that, throw loops exist in this game and can quickly decide games because of how risky it is to try and tech set throw loops. If you are not familiar with the concept of Okizeme, check out my beginner's guide to Okizeme in Street Fighter 6 video, link in the description and on the top right of the screen. Another thing that I've learned is that drive rushes can consume a player's input. This is especially annoying if you're on the receiving end, so let's say you're knocked down and you want to wake up with an invincible reversal like a super or an OD Shoryuken, but your opponent knows this and decides to drive rush. During said drive rush, the screen freezes for about 10 frames and consumes any input during that time. While this won't entirely break your inputs, if you are unaware and buffer too early, you end up getting nothing at all. I abuse this a lot, and not only because of that screen freeze eating inputs, but also doing a parry drive rush into a move barely costs any meter, but also makes your meaty super plus. The next lesson that I learned is to not skip neutral. As a current Cammy player, I have so many tools to close the gap. The ape in my brain tells me constantly to use these moves, and I gotta use every single fiber of my body to not do it, because the higher up you go, the more likely people will be ready and able to punish these neutral skipping tools, which is a really good thing. Learning to play neutral and the footsie game to fundamentally walk your opponent into the corner is a key component to improving in fighting games regardless of playstyle. The more you interact in neutral, the better you become as a player, so you want to do it as often as you can. With great power comes great responsibility, so don't rely on neutral skipping tools. Instead, get the practice of playing neutral and know that if your enemies ever slip up, you'll be able to slide into their DMs with your privileged neutral skipping tools. The next tip is to get experimental. Now this one is going to be something that is very hard for everybody, because if you mess up the combo or the setup that you're trying and you lose rank points because of it, you're going to get upset, you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to lose confidence. But what you will get is exactly what you need: real world application. By trying and failing, each successive time you try again, you'll be better at it. You know what went wrong last time and you don't want to repeat it. And soon enough, you can be consistent in your complex setups and combos while fighting in high pressure scenarios. Think of it like a transaction. You're spending 1,000 rank points, the rank points that you would have wanted if you had stayed safe, to learn a new combo. And once you master that combo, you'll have it with you for the rest of your Street Fighter 6 career, and it will earn you more than that 1,000 point that you spent. So get uncomfortable, try new things, and don't be afraid to lose. If you're having a good time, hit that like button and subscribe for more Street Fighter 6 content. Thanks. Next lesson, parry. Parry a lot. Perfect parry is not as difficult as I thought it would be, and even though you get a crazy 50% damage scaling applied to your next combo after a perfect parry, the previous lesson that I mentioned about Okizeme being way more important than damage, especially if you can't kill your opponent, makes a perfect parry combo super valuable, because you essentially get your turn back if you can land that perfect parry. Even if you don't get a perfect parry, at least you get your drive meter back, and the risk of parry is also minimized because you can hold back while you do it. If you keep getting blown up by drive impact like I am and fighting stronger opponents, because there's so many things on your mental stack, you don't always have to optimally punish an opponent's drive impact with a drive impact of your own. Instead, you could rely on a parry, and sometimes you even get a perfect parry. And while the reward for a parry on a drive impact is not as great, it is a lot safer than doing a drive impact of your own, especially if you're trying to predict and not react. Parry is also a great way of nullifying a mix-up like DJ's sway into overhead or low attack. If you're planning to play the game long term, I would start the parry right now, because once the game is out for a while and once people understand the systems more, I cannot see people not just parrying almost everything. It's so useful. And the last lesson is to always remember that you don't deserve any rank whatsoever. That's why you're playing, to earn the rank that you want. It's a simple mindset, but it will keep you from getting salty at your own silly mistakes or getting mad over someone else's playstyle. In fighting games, the journey is more important than the destination, because while the rank can change on a daily, monthly, or yearly basis, the lessons you learned and how you choose to apply them will stick with you for the rest of your gaming career. Looking to grab Street Fighter 6 on PC? Purchase a Steam code through Gamesplanet with my affiliate link in the description below to support this channel directly. Regardless of the character that you play, there are 5 very simple and very effective ways that you can level up your offense and win more games. To learn more, check out this video on screen right now. My name is Varsona, and I'll see you in the next video.